everyone and welcome back to my shop, my stash. It's been a while. I've been meaning to film this video for 2 weeks. You can hear the wind outside, I'm really sorry. One, I got what I suspect is like pneumonia or a really bad cold influenza thing, and I've been completely wiped out, so I haven't been able to film. Then I ordered the new Fenty stuff. That one was meant to come last week. Didn't come until today, so I'm filming it tonight. Tonight is Wednesday. You're probably not going to see this until Sunday because I'm still not 100%. It's going to take me a while to edit. But I pretty much used everything in here and I want to swap it out. I'm going to say right away, even if there are some things that I haven't necessarily used, I'm going to swap them out because one, I don't want to use them. Two, there are other products I want to try more. Or they're just not fitting in with the products that I have picked out. This has been my foundation mixer that's been in here since forever. It's from Isadora. It's the foundation colour blender in 00 Light. Like this quite a lot, but I've actually got a new one that is from NYX that I want to try out, so I'm essentially just going to do a swap. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 24-hour full coverage foundation with Comfort Serum in the shade 100 Ivory. This is too dark for me, but the undertone is pretty good. It's very neutral and I really love the finish. I do. It sucks that Rimmel's not cruelty free because this is one of my favourite foundation when it comes to how it looks on my skin, but I'm going to put it back. Let's talk about these two together. This is the Colourpop No Filter foundation. I have Fair 30, which is this one, and this is Fair 05. They are not all that different. The Fair 05 is a bit warmer in undertone and Fair 30 is a bit more pink, which on me looks orange because it is darker than my skin tone. I feel very so about this. These look amazing with the Colourpop primer, not so well with other primers, and it's just, it doesn't look great when I apply it, but a few hours of wearing in it looks amazing. So I feel very so about them, but I'm going to put them back because I've worn them a lot. Same with the Colourpop No Filter concealers. I have Fair 02 and Fair 08. Fair 02 is light enough to be a highlight shade on me, which never happens, and Fair 08 is my skin tone when I'm not wearing any product. Now it's a bit darker than my skin tone, but it works when I'm not wearing anything else. But I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the formula of these because they can look a bit cakey and dry, so I have to use very little product, and I pretty much forget that every time I wear them, so I put on a bit too much and it looks very heavy. But when I remember to use very little products, I'm talking 2 dots under my eyes for my entire under eye area, and essentially swipe on my hand if I need to cover my face, it can look okay, but I don't love it. The Rimmel Lasting Finish Breathable Concealer in 001, which is light ivory, I think. I feel very so about this. This does not look good when I blend it out with a sponge. It looks okay when I blend it out with a brush, but it looks the best when I use my fingers. Unfortunately, I don't use my fingers a lot because it gets messy, and this isn't enough coverage for me, unfortunately. So, nah, not really a fan. These are the Maybelline Master Camo Colour Correcting Pens. I have green and pink. I like these quite a lot. I'm not 100% in love with the applicator and the twist thing. I twisted forever at the start before any product came out. And then all of a sudden, a lot came out at once, and it ended up wasting quite a lot. And even now when I have twisted up and used it, there is product left here that comes up after, and it's just the product itself is okay. I don't love it underneath my eyes or on any places where I have very dry skin with like dry patches and stuff, because it does accentuate that a bit, but on normal moisturised plain skin this looks quite nice. This is a Jan Thomas Studio Cosmetics Makeup Fixing Spray. This has currently been rotated into my project pan. Sorry about that. So this is going to stay. It is one of my favourite setting sprays and I do like it a lot. This is the Makeup Mecca setting spray. I do like this quite a lot as well, but swapping everything out, so love this. Let's do Colourpop stuff together. The setting spray, I'm not 100% sure. I don't really like this scent because it smells like ginger and it's a bit strong. However, the setting spray itself is okay. I don't mind it. I do think I will be able to finish this, but when I have bad days, the scent of this just tips me over the edge and it becomes too much. I become nauseous. It's just too strong. And I also find it a very odd scent in the setting spray. Why does it smell of ginger? but the setting spray itself is okay. The primer I really like. It is very balm-like almost. It's kind of thin, but it doesn't disappear when you rub it in. It kind of does things, which is it's supposed to. It's the All Star Matte Plus Blur Primer. It does blur, it does mattify. Now I like the fact that it blurs, but I'm not 100% into the mattifying part. I wish they could make a primer very similar in consistency that doesn't mattify as much as this one, because it's a bit much when my skin is on the drier side. But I do like it a lot. The problem is that it gets a bit too matte, and that makes my skin look dehydrated and dry and flaky. So very so, but I do love the texture. This one is really nice. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. This is a mini one, and this does illuminate, and it does it in a very beautiful and natural way, so it doesn't look too artificial. Colour wise, it's actually quite good. It looks natural and it actually shows through. The first time I used this was under a powder foundation, and this showed through, which was mind-blowing to me, and I quite like it. I tried it under other foundations. It works really well. Not that great under the Colourpop foundations, but as I said, with the only primer I can make work was the Colourpop primer, but I like this a lot. NYX Angel Veil Primer is in my project pan, so this is going to stay. I do quite like this. I thought this was going to work pretty well with the Colourpop foundations, but it didn't for some weird reason. That's just that, but it does a really nice job of blurring pores and texture and stuff. Kix Translucent Loose Powder. In my project pan, I have made a dent. Not the biggest fan. It looks really nice underneath the eyes, but nowhere else. But I want to try and use it up. Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder is amazing. I have the translucent one, and I like this a lot. I've used this both to bake, to set my under eyes, and also to set my entire face. I use a sponge when I use this all over my face, just because that's the way I prefer to apply loose powder all over my face. I feel with a brush it takes away a bit too much coverage, and this works really well. It's not too drying, it sets the makeup without it looking cakey, which I really enjoy, so I'm a big fan of this one. The Colourpop No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder I'm also a big fan of. I am actually made a little bit of a dent, not sure I will be able to see that, but I made a bit of a dent in this one. I have the shade Fair, which works really great for my skin. This also looks amazing underneath the eyes. I first used it to set my entire face and used the loose powder underneath my eyes, but I tried this underneath my eyes as well, and it looks amazing. It actually does. The only minus I have about this, they don't have a lot of shades, so I'm not sure how wide the range of the shades are. They do say it's a sheer pressed powder, so I'm assuming it's not meant to have a lot of coverage. But still, with 6 shades, it's not very diverse. And you do kick up quite a lot of powder, which is the reason I managed to make a dent with using it only a handful of times. But I do enjoy this a lot. Isadora Anti-Shine Mattifying Powder in Matte Blonde 30. This is a really nice powder. It does exactly what it says. It mattifies, it keeps me from getting shiny, but it does that without making my skin look dry, which is a giant plus. The downside to this as well is shade range is very limited. I think they have 3 or 5 shades, which isn't a lot. And this does look dark in the pan. Right now it doesn't look too bad on camera. In real life this is darker than my skin tone, but it manages to go on without altering the shade of my foundation, which is pretty nice. Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Powder Foundation in Light Beige. I really like this as both a powder and a powder foundation. I've been using this to apply it. I don't have a lot left. This is in my project pan. I'm trying to use it up, and I've made a really big progress. I'm kind of kicking myself for not wearing more makeup than I have, because this would have been finished by now if I had worn makeup more, but I've been ill, so I haven't worn a lot of makeup. But I do like this, and it's going to stay because I'm going to try and use it up. This is the Flower Beauty Transforming Touch Powder to Cream Blush in a Coral, beautiful colour. It is a loose powder that turns into cream when you rub it on your skin, so it's a bit odd because I'm used to it being the other way around. Cream turns to powder and stuff. Very nice colour, looks beautiful on the skin. I use this under powder, so I put it on quite heavily because I find that the powder that I use, whether it's the Colourpop or the Isadora one, or the Maybelline one, it does take away some of the colour, so I can be kind of heavy-handed. But the colour is beautiful, it goes on super smoothly, it doesn't catch dry spots, it doesn't go patchy or weird. I prefer to put it on with a sponge, and it just looks amazing. Let's do all of these three together. They're all from Colourpop. This is the pressed powder. I have a bronzer here in Private Party. I love this. It's a beautiful tone that works very well with my skin tone. I can't go super heavy-handed because it's bordering a little bit dark when I'm at my fairest, but consistency and everything is just, it's just right. It's really nice. Then I have two of their pressed highlighters. I have Ruffle My Feathers, which looks washed out on camera, but it's a yellow gold. It's very yellow, more yellow than it looks right here. And then I have Silver Play, which is a shimmering white. Beautiful colours. I love the yellow one for going over a blush with to add that really nice luminous glow. These look amazing on the cheeks. They don't emphasize texture or dryness. They just look nice and glowy, and I really do like them. I do think they have discontinued the Ruffle My Feathers shade though, which is a bit sad. I actually ordered it on accident and ended up liking it the most. The Balm Hot Mama blush, I feel very so-so about. I've heard tons of good things about this, and it's a beautiful shade. I was just hoping that it had a bit more shimmer to it. I do like shimmery blushes a lot because it means that I can essentially skip highlighter. And I just think it looks a bit more flattering on my skin than a matte blush because I have texture and dryness on my cheeks. But the colour is beautiful, and I literally just used this and then topped it off with the Ruffle My Feathers shade, and it just looks amazing. So texture of this is really nice. It's not super pigmented, and I really like that because it means that I can go in heavy-handed, because I do tend to do that on accident a lot of the time, but doing that doesn't make it look bad. It actually works quite well. In the bottom here, I'm not going to pick it up because it makes a mess. My Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, I have smashed two of the shades, which is why it's making a mess every time I pick it up. Working on using it up in my project pan, and I've made a really good dent so far, so that's just going to stay. Fenty Beauty Universal Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow, love this. This is one of the only formulas of lip gloss that I enjoy. It's thick without being sticky, and it just feels really nice and moisturising on the lips, and the scent is really nice. I do like this. Next, Soft Matte Lip Cream in Soul. I adore this shade, it's just so pretty, and the next Soft Matte Lip Creams are my favourite liquid lipstick formula. There's really nothing else to say, I just like this a lot. Another one of my favourite formulas is actually this. This was in here, it's been in here for like 2 times now because I've forgotten to use it. It's the Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint in Uncensored, and it's just so beautiful. The applicator is actually the easiest applicator for a liquid lipstick I've been able to use. It went on perfectly at once. I literally didn't have to dip back into it, and I've managed to do both my top lip and my bottom lip. And it was perfect. It's thin like water, so it doesn't feel like anything on the lips, and the colour is just super stunning. I absolutely love this. Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in Stepping Out. I love this shade. It's super nice and neutral, and I love this formula as well. It's definitely in my top 3. 2 Bite Beauty and Mousse Bouche lipsticks here. I have Rhubarb and Honeycomb. I love the formula of these lipsticks. I'm not a big lipstick person because I find that lipsticks tend to be more on the creamy side, and I prefer a satin matte liquid lipstick instead, like the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. But these are amazing. The formula is really nice and moisturising without being super sticky, and it's pigmented, the colours look amazing, and I have very dry lips, and these don't make my lips more dry, and it doesn't look dry on my lips at all, so these are beautiful. MAC lipstick in Capricious is one I am currently trying to pan, so this is going to stay, and I have made some progress, which is nice. These are my Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipsticks. I have Pillow Talk and Bond Girl. This is Bond Girl. It's a beautiful mauvey shade. I adore it, and I really like the formula as well. It's like a satin formula. This is Pillow Talk. If you're wondering, it's a bit loose in here. It is. It's a beautiful neutral shade, and I do enjoy the colours. I do enjoy the formula a lot. If you can afford these and you want to try them, do it. They are amazing. Colourpop Lippy Sticks Primer is like a clear lip liner. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be much more. That's exactly what it is, and it works really well as that. Let's see, this did not work that great on my lips. It's the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in Arabesque, and this was part of their Christmas collection last year. This just looked dry. I tried it without the Colourpop primer and with the Colourpop primer. With the Colourpop primer, I feel like this never dried down properly, so it just moved. Without the primer, this just looked so dry. My lips looked like raisins. My lips are naturally very dry, and this just sucked every bit of moisture and life out of them. The colour is beautiful. It's a beautiful deep kind of burgundy colour, but the formula is just not for me. Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner in Pillow Talk. I like this a lot. I am not the biggest lip liner person. I can very easily forget to use it, but this is beautiful on the lips. It's not too drying, but it stays put, which is exactly what I want the lip liners to do. And the colour is just really pretty. It is a tad bit darker and more sort of neutral pink than my natural lip colour. My natural lip colour is a lot more red than this, so it doesn't match my lip colour, but it looks natural anyway. I really enjoy this. This is amazing. This is not an everyday colour for me, but this is just amazing. It's exactly as bright as it looks on the tube. It's the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Berry Strudel. And I love this. The formula is really comfortable. It's thick without managing to be sticky, but it is a gloss, so it does slip and slide a bit. So be careful about that, but the colour is just beautiful. Isadora Twist Up Matte Lips in Naked. I feel very so about this. The formula I do really enjoy, but this colour is just a hair too light on my lips to look natural. So it does look a little bit concealer lip on me, but it's okay if I wear it with a lip liner. On its own, it just looks a bit too dry and too off compared to my natural lip colour, but it's a really nice product. Two more lip liners here that are not Makeup Mecca. A NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Amethyst. It's a pretty purple lip liner. It's on the drier side of lip liner, so it does stay put really well, and I just think it's okay. Not one I would repurchase, but I do enjoy it, so I'm going to use it while I have it. This is a MAC lip pencil in Cherry, a beautiful red. This is also a bit on the dry side, and it's not one I would repurchase, even if MAC were cruelty free. It's just, it's too drying on my lips, but it does work really well. Then we have these. These are the Makeup Mecca On Point lip liners, and these are amazing. Well, lip liner on point, I think. They are amazing. They have the most amazing texture. A lot of these colours look very similar, but they are actually different. They manage to look different on my lips. And I was a bit worried about that when I saw them. I was like, they look very similar, but they do look different, and I do love the formula, and the colours are just amazing. So I'm going to put these back. I might end up keeping this red in here because I have picked out a red lipstick and I do want to have a red lip liner with it. So I think this is the shade number 10. This is going to stay, and I think the rest of these I'm going to go back. This is a non-Project Pan products that's going to stay. It's the Max Factor 2000 Calorie Waterproof Volume in Rich Black. The only drugstore mascara that works on my lashes. This holds a curl really well. It's on the natural side, but it can be built up, and I use this to layer with the other mascaras in here, and it works really well. This is number 7's Exceptional Definition Nutrient Enriched Mascara in black. This did not work on my lashes on its own, but layered with the Max Factor mascara, this looked amazing. It really did. It gave my lashes length, volume, they looked amazing. But on its own, this does not hold a curl, and I need that for a mascara. This managed to be okay. It held a curl, it looked good, but it was very natural, and it didn't build up enough, which is kind of funny considering it's called a Build Up Mascara Extra Volume and it's from Isadora. But it's okay. It's definitely one I would keep using. Probably maybe repurchase to use as a layering mascara. But on its own, this just wasn't enough. We'll just touch on this. This is the Makeup Mecca The Brow Wow Pencil in Blonde. This wasn't here last time, but the Revlon Brow Fantasy pencil that was, I have used up, and this has been subbed into my Project Pan instead. So I've put this in here and I'm going to keep it in here. This is a beautiful eyeliner. It's the Rimmel Scandaleyes Waterproof Kohl Kajal in brown. It just looks amazing. It's the perfect amount of warmth without being too warm, and I really like it. And this doesn't irritate my eyes, which is a big plus. Sadly, Rimmel isn't cruelty free, and that still pains me a little bit. NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Auburn. Love this, and this is going to stay in here for when I want a red eyebrow to match my hair. The blonde colour is closer than the Revlon was, the one from Makeup Mecca that I'm keeping in here, but not red enough. So I'm going to keep this in here in case I do want a more red eyebrow. Let's just deal with these. The Maybelline Master Ink is going to stay because this is my Project Pan, but I don't love it. Very tempted to just throw it out, but I'm going to give it like a last chance to try and use it up, and if that's not going to happen, it's going to go. And then all of these are going to go back. I do love the formulas of all of these. I have 3 of the Colourpop Crown Gel Liners. I have Teaspoon, Prance, and Punch. So the green, the yellow, and the blue. Beautiful colours, and the formula is amazing. And I have two of the Makeup Mecca waterproof smooth eyeliner pencils. I have a light beige as well as kind of darkish grey. Like these a lot, but I'm going to swap in some others. This is going to stay. This is my MAC paint pot in Painterly. Love this. It's in my project pan. This is also in my project pan, and this is also going to stay. It's my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Cornelius. Made some decent progress on that, and that makes me happy, and I love the colour. This is also going to stay. I have used it and I do like it, but I am bringing in a lot of Fenty, and I do want to try this some more with some other Fenty products, so this is going to stay. This is amazing. I'm really sad that my camera doesn't pick up the amazing shimmer in this to do it justice. You can see it, but it's not enough to do it justice, because this colour is amazing. And yes, I have made a dent and I've actually hit pan, which I'm super sad about, but it's a beautiful colour, beautiful formula and everything. I love the Super Shock shadows, but this is going to go back. This was in Birthday Wish, which was one of their birthday colours. This is a number 7 Stay Perfect eyeshadow in Mink. It's a taupey colour, beautiful taupey colour, and it looks really nice, but I'm going to put this back for a bit. This palette from Tarte, it's the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. I feel very so about this. The shimmer foil shades, which are this gold and that shade up there, as well as this one, look stunning. The white shade also looks really nice, but all of the other shades, they have like a satin finish. What surprised me though is that I think it was either this one, which is Marina, or this one, which I can't read the name of, is almost identical to my Super Shock shadow in Cornelius, which Colourpop has sadly discontinued. And I was really surprised because they are a lot lighter than they appear in the pan, and they look really pretty. That's them finger swatched there. Palette lasts really well on my eye, so it's really nice. I was just a little bit underwhelmed with the not foiled shades in here. This is my e.l.f. illuminating palette. I didn't use this a lot, but when I did, I liked it. This is supposed to be very similar to the Hourglass palette, and some of the shades are, but they are still slightly different. I think they both have a place in my collection. I can very much use both of them, and I do enjoy them. And the only one in here that really kind of highlights for me is this one. This one I can use as a light bronzer. Same with this one, and this one just barely shows up. So this is kind of the dud in the palette, but that one looks beautiful. Then lastly, we have the Fenty Moroccan Spice palette, and I like it, but I don't love it. Sorry about that. Some of these colours are underwhelming. That is one of them. Same with this one, and I think it's this one. They just don't show up enough on my eyes, and that's sad because the palette isn't cheap, but the rest are amazing. The mattes are really nice and easy to blend. The other shimmers look really pretty on the eyes. I can make cohesive looks, which is great. It's just I'm feeling a bit underwhelmed because some of the shades don't perform as well as the others, and that's a bit sad. And I was really looking forward to that grey shade as well, and it's underwhelming. It's not super pigmented, and I just yeah, feel very so. I give it a 3 out of 5 star rating because it is nice. It's just not perfect. I have now picked out my products, and in no particular order except for the first two. Am I gonna just pop them in here? I picked these up, which are the new Fenty Beauty products. It's the new Universal Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk, and this is stunning. It's essentially a clear gloss with some shimmer and sheen to it, and it looks amazing. And I picked up this Diamond Veil in How Many Carats, and the packaging is just beautiful. This is the product. Now, this has glitter in it. If you don't like glitter, you're not going to like it, but this is the effect on the skin. This is one swipe and one swipe over. It's essentially a wet look. It's clear, it has glitter, and I don't think it looks bad on my skin, which I was a bit surprised by. But I don't mind glitter if it doesn't look bad. So I'm excited to try this. I have some NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams here. I have the shade Santiago, I think. Yeah, Santiago, which is this red shade. The shade Houston, which is like a brown. I'm fairly certain this is like a reddish brown. And then this is Warsaw, which is a greyish lilac purple colour thing. As I said, love the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream formula, so I know I'm going to like them. It's just the colours are new to me. Then I have the shade Stockholm, which is my favourite of them all. So I just wanted something familiar. I have a lipstick from NYX. This is one of the matte lipsticks and this is in the shade Natural. It's essentially just a mauvey pink and I like the formula. Then I picked out my Kat Von D mini lipstick in Bow and Arrow. I love the colour of this, but not the biggest fan of the Kat Von D brand. And yeah, I'm just going to put it in here because I want to try and use it up. Not necessarily now, but I need to use some more of it. This I have not yet used. This is from Isadora. It's the Lip Desire Sculpting Lipstick in Bare Beige, which is a light beige colour. And I think it's going to work with my complexion really well. So I do want to give it a go. I also have a lip gloss here. This is from Wonder 2. It's the Wonder Kiss Lip Plumping Gloss in Berry. I have 2 more shades of this that I have used. This is the only shade I haven't yet used, so I want to give it a go. For my eyeshadow palettes, I have Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture and Prism. I have dipped into this once. Some of these colours are amazing. Well, all of the colours are amazing, let's be honest here. I adore the colour scheme, which is the reason I bought it. Formula-wise, some of them are a bit tough to blend, and some of them doesn't show up very well. Electric is that one for me. It has foiled over, which you can maybe see, and I have made a dent, but it looks pretty and I like them. This has a lot of mattes in it, which is the reason I picked Prism to go with it, because Prism has a lot of nice deep shimmer shades. It has like Dimension, Sphinx, Osiris, Throne, Pyramid, Eternal. It just looks pretty, and I think these two colour wise go well together. I have 3 of these duos. These were the colourful duos that Fenty came out with. This is 7-Day Weekend and Poolside, which is a light purple and a bluey purple, or purpley blue. I have swatched them, they look amazing. I couldn't pull off any of these really as a highlighter. That's probably one of the only ones I could pull off and it would still be kind of visible on my skin. So I wanted to try them as eyeshadows, and I might try them on my face, because why not? I'm curious. This is Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. I love the combination of pink and orange, so I'm excited for this one. The colours are just stunning. And this is Sandcastle. That was weird to me. And Minted Mojito. These are also really pretty colours. I might try this one as a highlight as well, because I think that could work. Then I have another highlighter. This is from Becca. This is one of their Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Vanilla Quartz. And it's just a beautiful colour. And I think it's going to work really well on my skin. It is essentially like a white gold. And it just looks stunning. I love this. More highlighters here. This is new to me, but I have used this and I am in love. This is the Makeup Mecca How We Do collection or collaboration with Selena, Karina, and Agnes Louisa. Sorry, I tried to speak English and Norwegian at the same time. That didn't work out. It has 3 gorgeous shades: Honeybeam, Ethereal Bliss, and Golden Embrace. Golden Embrace is too dark on my skin tone as a highlighter. That works as an eyeshadow. Ethereal Bliss is on the edge, so if my skin foundation and stuff is a bit dark, that can work, but Honeybeam is my shade and it is just stunning. Then I have 2 of the Fenty Beauty match sticks. I have the shade Amber, which is one of the matte shades, which is meant as a contour colour, and I also have the shade Starstruck, which is a shimmery pink, as a highlighter. These came in a set of 3. The other shade is meant to be like a concealer. It is too dark, I didn't pick it today. Will in the future because I want to try it as a foundation, but these are products I do want to give a go. I picked out 3 setting sprays. I have the Body Shop Mint Mattifying Face Mist. This isn't necessarily a makeup setting spray, but I use this and it actually does mattify my skin. The only downside is you do not want to get this near your eyeballs because it will sting. If you get this in your eye, it's gonna burn. That has happened to me and I had to remove my makeup because I just couldn't stop crying. It hurt that bad. Be careful with your eye area with this. Keep your eyes closed for a while afterwards until it's completely dry, or just not spray it near your eyes at all. But it does actually mattify and I do want to try it more because of that. Another mattifying one that I have only used like twice is the Cover FX Mattifying Setting Spray. It's a mini. I haven't used it a lot, but I do want to see if it actually does mattify. Another one here from Cover FX is the Illuminating Setting Spray that I have not yet used, so want to give it a go. I have 2 mascaras here. The Benefit Roller Lash I have opened and tried on its own and it doesn't work. It doesn't hold a curl, so it's just a no for me. It's in the shade Black, but I want to try it layered on top of the Max Factor mascara. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes, and I have not yet opened this, but I have had this for it's going to be a year in December, so I do want to open it in case it goes bad, and I do want to try it out because I've heard a lot of good things about this. My only thing is I just hope it holds a curl because it's the only thing I want my mascara to do. The brow gel I have picked out is from NYX. This is the Control Freak eyebrow gel. I have used this in the past and I do like it, so I just wanted a clear one. I picked out a liquid liner. This is a black one from Makeup Mecca. It's the Ultimate Intense Felt Tip Eyeliner. Haven't opened this, haven't tried it, so that's going to be fun. A blush shade from Wet n Wild that I don't think I have used is the Colour Icon blush in Mellow Wine. It looks nice. I just haven't used it. I have another powder here. This is the Isadora Velvet Touch Compact Powder in 11 Soft Mist. This also looks darker than my complexion. I have swatched this and I'm assuming it's going to work well. It is a bit yellow, but I haven't used it on my face, so I do want to do that. I picked 2 loose powders because one isn't enough. This is the Cover FX Matte Setting Powder in Light. This is a mini that I have not yet tried, so I do want to try this. And this is relatively new. This is from Hourglass. It's their Veil Translucent Setting Powder. And I want to try that as well. I have some pencil liners here. This is the Colourpop Creme Gel Liner in Mr. Bing. I like this a lot, so I want to use that. And then I have 5 here from Linda Hallberg. Now these ones I bought in a kit. And I have a green one called Calm Mood. A purple one called Daring Mood, which I think she's discontinuing. And I think the reason she's discontinuing it is because it's not vegan, and this is a cruelty-free and vegan brand, so that's amazing. Likeable Mood is an orange, Cool Mood is a blue, and then Happy Mood is a yellow. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use all of those colours. I mainly wanted to put in the purple, green and blue one, but I just decided to toss them all in because why not? And if I don't end up using them, that's not the end of the world. A contour colour here is from NYX. It's their HD blush in Taupe. It's cool toned, it's bordering a little bit dark on my complexion, but I can make it work. So I haven't used this in a while, so I'm excited to use it again. I have just discovered I may have picked a lot of face products. This is the e.l.f. Duo in Bronzed Pink Beige. I think it's the Aqua Infused Blush Bronzer Duos. So they kind of feel like putty. They are like creams. Very pigmented, and the bronzer is very warm. The blush is beautiful, and I do want to give this a go because I haven't worn this in ages. This is the NYX Pro Foundation Mix that I talked about that I'm going to use as a whitener if needed. It's in the shade White. I haven't tried that. I don't think I'm going to need it though because the foundations I picked out are the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation in 100, which matches me very well, as well as the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 110, and 110 in the Maybelline Fit Me used to match me before they divided it into 2 different Fit Me foundations. Haven't tried this one yet, and I've had this for a while. One of my colour correctors is the Becca Under Eye Corrector, I think it's called. Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and it's the light shade because I think they have 2. This is just a mini. The other one is a green one. This is my Urban Decay Colour Correcting Fluid in green. It's from the Naked Skin line. I like this a lot. One of my concealers is the Tarte Shape Tape. This is in the shade Fair. I like this. I don't love it. I like it. So I want to play some more with it, and this is one of the lightest ones I have that are going to work with the Fenty foundation. This is new to me. I didn't actually think I've opened this yet. It's the Cover Up Longwear Cushion Concealer in the shade 50, which is Fair Blonde. Shade range is crap. Isadora, please come up with more shade ranges. Shade range is more shades. But I want to try it. I have another blush here from H&M. This is one of their Pure Radiance Powder Blusher, and this is in Golden Peach. It's one of the ones that I bought in Bergen this summer, and it's a pinky peach colour with the gold shimmer, and I like that, so I want to give this a go. Another pressed powder here is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder in Cool. This is Major Pan, and I'm about to pan the Maybelline powder, and this is going to be subbed into my project pan, so I want to have it handy. And I also want a translucent pressed powder in case the Maybelline one is too dark or the Isadora one ends up being too dark. This doesn't actually deposit any colour on my face. I found another NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream here. This is in the shade Dallas. It looks like a warm terracotta orange rusty brown colour. I'm not very good at describing colours if you didn't already notice. Then I have 2 primers. I have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, and I like this a lot. And I have the Hourglass Veil Primer. I haven't tried this, but I do want to. I mean, I definitely overpicked this section. I did actually cut this down. I ended up having a lot more products picked out originally, but because I want to try and film this every 2 weeks and not every month like it's been recently, I need to have a smaller amount of products that are more manageable for me to get through over a 2-week period, since I don't wear makeup every single day. And my aim is going to be to try and wear makeup at least 3 times a week. That was this product plan. Thank you so much for watching. If you've tried any of the products, do let me know, and if you want me to do a video on them, like a tutorial, review, anything, just let me know and I'll try to get to it when my health improves a little bit more. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!